Hello everybody, Mandalynn coming back to you in this moment, in this now, and I want to share a little bit with you of the view from beyond. If you see me slapping bugs, they're pretty bad out here, so bear with me, but I really wanted to take the moment and share a little bit of nature with you because I haven't been able to in so long, and it's so important to stay grounded, especially in this world that we're trying to learn to navigate today. If you are not already subscribed, how about go ahead and subscribe to the channel and know when I do upload a video. Go ahead and share this with your friends. It's important for us to get the word out. I had an interesting message from a friend that said they cannot even find my channel anymore. If you are watching this, let me know you're watching it. Drop something down below in the comments. Give me a heads up so I can find out if there's a problem and if I need to do something about it. Also, I would love for you to make contact with me and let me know what's happening with your experience. Again, the easiest way to do that is in the comments, but you'll find in the description box the link to my email and my webpage, which is not completely done, but I would love to have you go and peruse that. So without further ado, let's get into today's message. And I had a very interesting, spontaneous experience yesterday. And I was actually, with the new things coming up and the new creations that I am manifesting and co-creating with friends, I'm finding the need to put things to rest, to kind of say goodbye to things from the life that I've known. And yesterday led to a very interesting message and circumstance of events. And this is a beautiful message. Please stay tuned to the end because this video is dedicated to somebody very important. And I want you to hear the story before I go into the person. So please stay with me till the end and see what prompted this beautiful message. Many of you are feeling so much turmoil. The unrest in your world is a definite source of this. Realizing the source of discomfort is the first step to finding relief. After embarking on the journey of self-discovery, you start to realize that many of the feelings and struggles you experience are not your own. Some common things to examine are as follows. Anxiety without a source. Sudden, intense emotions or reactions that leave you puzzled, unusual yet overwhelming impulses, and hopelessness when everything is really okay. Everything as you know it is shifting. The energies of manifestation have changed. New experiences are already being created with love, compassion, abundance, in unity through diversity. Each element realizes it plays a complementary part in the process. It then allows itself to become part of a unified effort. As in soccer or football, each player has a role, a position, for which they are best suited. Some are very strong in several areas, but they still stick to a certain area because it enhances the result of a cooperating player. It's a unified purpose, process, and experience. This world has been based on energies of control, competition, separation, and greed. The reaction of both extremes being present is charging the very air with these emotions and reactions. You are literally breathing this in like an odorless, silent gas. A pollution of your very energy is occurring. It pushes you against the very limits of your comfort zone. You instinctually cling to the familiar, creating the conflict within that feels like your very soul is being beaten by the winds of a hurricane. Strangely, The center of this soul storm is eerily calm. Fighting the violent winds and storms that surround it leaves you exhausted, traumatized, injured, and afraid. When Hurricane Irene came through, and Eddie and I, we had prepared, but my goodness, nobody knew that we were going to have to prepare for a 12-foot storm surge. Just the mechanics of it. It sat over the sound, and it just turned and turned and turned and continued to dump water right on top of us. We had horses, and this went on for quite some time, this storm did. So when the eye came and everything was calm just for a while, we took pillowcases and we put sweet feet in them, and we ran out there to the horses, and we held and we let them get just enough, until it started picking up again, so that they would have enough strength to survive the rest of it. And that's a lot like what's being experienced and being spoken about in this message. As the eye passes over, the storm on the other side is blowing the other way. This is your earth right now. The storm will continue to rage all around you. While frightening, it is still a natural process. The tropical storm has arrived. Are you prepared? Are you in denial? Are you oblivious to it all? Even, are you in the plane that flies above and through, collecting data, observing, but knowing that all you can do is share the results and give others information and advice to make a decision on action? And the focus on your own area and experience is distracting you from the big picture. The unrest in your own country or community is the most prevalent matter in your awareness. Different sides are screaming at each other. There is no dialogue and no search for resolution. The desperation to feel part of a group or a cause is really a call to return to the state of non-separation. Existence in a unified state as an aspect of the all. Yet the experience of duality and separation is the reason you came here in the first place. To commit and experience inhumane traumas and struggles, and experience the process of healing from that. With the complete entanglement of the national unrest, you have become oblivious to anything else. What will bring you out of your bubble of personal and local outrage? Is it the words World War III? It's already begun, but you're unaware. You're distracted, deceived, and manipulated into being your own distraction. There will always be a bigger fight, a bigger war, if you are fighting the romanticized good fight. As individuals and a collective humanity is learning that the battle of good and evil causes hate, judgment, and oppression. Until you realize and experience this, you will continue to experience those things that bring the fight to your doorstep. So many of you have had an experience of continued struggle, trauma, and bad luck. You've persisted, kept your compassion and your faith. By sheer will and determination, you've achieved an experience of satisfaction and blessing. Yet you don't feel fulfilled. You perceive that a constant vigilance is necessary to keep this achievement from popping like a soap bubble. Your intent is pure, your gratitude sincere. Loosen your grasp. Change will occur. It's the nature of all existence. You are calling the very thing that you fear. You are worthy of the blessing. The change coming should not be viewed as the destruction of your life, but a beautiful possibility of something even better. The impossible is exactly what you should strive for. Dream, imagine, create. Release limits and curses. The search for purpose may be strong. Your soul is calling for you to level up. There are new possibilities. Explore the changes that are occurring. Explore new ideas and beliefs that are in alignment with your shifting path. Stop beating yourself up. Communicate with your very dreams. They're very active and vivid right now. Ask questions of the characters and energies in them. Acknowledge your guides. Help from beyond. Acknowledge your guides, your help from beyond. Yes, they are real and ready to help. We operate under the highest respect for free will. You have to ask. We understand that lessons and trials are instruments of growth. We allow you these things. It is the most loving thing to do. Respect another's choice to experience without judging and interfering. When you're cooking for a gathering, say everybody's gathered up, and someone's in the kitchen and they taste what's cooking on the stove and they say, needs a little salt, I'll just help out. What they don't realize is that you withheld the salt because you're putting a salty garnish on it at the end. And so in their interest of being able to help you, because they do mean well, they've actually ruined your creation. And sometimes you even have to start over or put a potato in it. Stop living in fear. Know your body and your path. Until you conquer this fear, you are at risk. Don't accept someone's opinion because they have a high-paying job on a news network. Nor should you assume guilt for anything that is not yours. You deny yourself your sovereignty when you do. You relinquish control of your energy and your experience. Deception surrounds and engulfs your world. This in itself is a lesson. Humanity must come to realize that the differences we experience are exactly what makes us all one. We are each an aspect of all creation, bringing an experience to the whole. So some people may need to experience a plague or pandemic. Perhaps they need to overcome the fear of death. Perhaps they need to experience overcoming the illness. Perhaps they are choosing to exit so another can experience their loss. Or perhaps they're understanding that things are not as they seem, and they must stand in their own belief with confidence in their own intuition and their own body. They think for themselves, and they gather data and come to the appropriate conclusion. Your world is shifting, changing, transforming. You can't stop it. You can choose how to experience it, though. Will you choose judgment and hate? Or will you seek balance and right relationship with these new energies? Love yourself enough to take an honest look in your shadows. What lessons are there? Resolve these. Heal them. First, face and accept them. Then, start the process of repair and realignment. Keep track of that calm center. Return to it often, for that is where you must sit to hear the answers to the questions you ask. The fear of war is bringing one. A balance must be obtained. Much disclosure is bringing reaction. If you are exhausted of an experience, uncover the truth of why you are having it. Do the work necessary to bring about a new circumstance. Then create in the new, lighter energies. The cycle is creation and destruction, and it's a cycle. Accept the world around you as it is, and just keep dodging the bullets. Or transform yourself and create a better world. Your world immediately around you is the micro. So to improve that makes a difference in the entire world, the macro. And if you're already doing this, be patient. Know that you're making a difference, even if the words aren't spoken. Know that you are enough. I'm not going to out my friend because she still functions in the 3D world. But I dedicate this, I crashed her family gathering, and I dedicate this to my friend. Reg, you know who you are. You reminded me that some are so overwhelmed by the current world and shift. They feel such confusion, discomfort, and fatigue. Keep pushing. Trust your knowing. So many are loving you and are confident in you. We are here for you. Sometimes we show up and crash your family gatherings to let you know this. You are more than enough. You are a blessing.